Always Dizzy here. Going to start with puzzle streak of 43 as I always do before I play any games. I'm hearing a slight echo, so let me open the door. I need to lose some weight. Okay. What were they gonna do? Yeah. It's still a slight echo. That's unusual. I need to get those foam paddings, I think. Put those on my wall to stop the echo a little bit. Okay, what were they going to do? Oh yeah, puzzle streak of 43. Let's start. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I should be good to go here. Okay, let's do some chess here. White to move, check and mate. Black, I can take and then circle back. Actually, wait, this is more complicated than I thought. Am I eventually going to have to play b5? I think my king will be able to stop these two pawns. Okay, so I have a check, and then I can take on d5, 4. This looks like the Damianos. It's not though. I don't know how this opening came about. Well, this should be good. 5, mate in 1 is good. 6, white to move. We have a dovetail, and we have a check. 8 is mate. 9 is taking on g5, I believe. 10, we are in check. Can I go to h7? And I'll be up a bishop. Defending with the bishop is not what I would play in a bullet game here, but I'm curious why that wouldn't work. Probably because he can take... Wait. Yeah, I wonder why that wouldn't work. But there's no reason to make the bishop passive. But I'm not sure technically why that wouldn't be able to have worked. 12, I have a check and then knight g5. Which should, yeah, win the queen. 13, still nobody in the stream. Oh, I better make sure. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to, okay, at 20, I'll stop and look into chat. I forgot to connect YouTube chat. I thought I was forgetting something. Okay, so I have check here. And take, I'll be up a piece. I still have an echo. There's still an echo going on. Black to move. There's a thingy here and a thingy here. 16, white to move. There's a forkerino. Ooh, and then I can promote. 17, white. So Devresky pawns here. 18, black to move. I think I can take the knight and then bring in the king. 19, before I look into the chat issue. What about here on h5? There's no reasonable checks. You could trade here, but my bishop should be able to stop this pawn. Although, hang on. I'm actually down the exchange, but I am threatening mate, meaning he could play g3 or f3. f3 I can take, but then there's queen d2. So it's all still very tricky. But that's got to be the square. Okay, I'm going to look into chat now. I'm going to stop the timer, actually, while I fix the chat. Currently 3 people on Twitch. I am multi-streaming. And 2 people in YouTube. Actually, nobody said anything in YouTube, so maybe it's even hooked up, but I don't think it is. I always have to manually do it. And then let me test. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? It's not set up. It's not hooked up. Still not hooked up. Hello, WCES. Why is it not hooked up here? Let me try again. There we go. It's working now. It is working now. I got some spam mail, which I shouldn't be tending to. Okay, going to reset the stopwatch. Here we go. Okay, black to move. What do I have here? I have a check. If he goes g4. Yeah, I don't know why I have an echo in my room, because I normally don't. So I'm very confused about that. Man, I'm so distracted, so easily distracted. Okay, so we have a check. If he goes g4, I don't know what I'm doing there, to be honest. I don't see the follow-up. Black to move. This is weird. Why is this so hard? I mean, I can rule out king h4, because then it's just mate on h2. And do the deflection if he blocks with the queen on g4. So f4 is forced. But what is the follow-up there? That's really, really odd. And this is rated 1500. What obvious move could I be missing? I really have no clue. Please don't suggest moves. I saw notation. I didn't see the notation, though. Didn't look at the notation. There's rules up here. I'm just not seeing it. Because I keep looking at queen d7 and then g4. I looked at sacking the rook with rook e3, but that doesn't seem to do anything. I can't push the h file. Oh, sorry, the h pawn. I could maybe go back. I could go check and then maybe go back to d6, threatening mate here. But then yeah, because he doesn't have a check, but he might just have rook h1. And I have nothing. Same thing here. That doesn't help me at all. Wow. 1500. I have to be missing something ridiculously obvious. Well, if I take the pawn, he still has no good checks. So I have time to take the pawn on d4. But I don't see the follow-up. Or I could maybe take and then take the pawn. So I could go here and then take on d3 is a possibility. And then I'm threatening rook e3 amongst that. I'm going to go with that. I'll look at it with the engine after, because that's as close as I'm saying to anything. Okay, well, it's just a deflection. That's why it's rated this stupid rating. So let me look at that with the engine. No, it wants to go queen d6. I thought I could take. I thought taking here. I thought this would lead to something, but it doesn't. So the solution is coming. This is so freakishly underrated. I'm just going to look at WCES's response. Yeah, he did say queen d6. So queen d6, and then I thought there was rook h1. Queen f8. This is so unbelievably underrated. This is a 1500 puzzle rating. So we're threatening mate here. And we stop checks. Actually, there is no, yeah, we stop checks. There'll be a dovetail if he moves the king. What if he goes, oh sorry, and then he can't actually stop this, right? Yeah, I'm only pissed because there's like, this is way harder than a 1500 rated puzzle. I like, seriously, I feel like this should be 2200, 2300. Just going to make sure YouTube chat is working. I mean, it should be working, just nobody's here, which is unusual. Saturday night. But is there a football soccer game going on? Maybe that's why. White to move. So can I go d6? Yeah, because one of my pawns is going to promote. 22. That one puzzle was absolute garbage. So I can threaten the rook and mate. He can go to g8. Does he have any checks? No. So I think this is forced here. And then I could take on, no, because then my rook's hanging on b1. Oh yeah, sorry, then I just take here. Yeah, so that should be it. 23. White to move. I don't understand this. His queen is hanging. I can start with a rook though. His Russians are. And then we're up the exchange. Okay, 24. We're going to have a breakthrough, I believe, this way. Because I'll be in the square. If he takes. And if he takes here, I'm promoting first. 25. White to move is mate in 2. 26. We have mate right here. 27. Black to move. Discovery on the queen. 28. Mate in 2. 29. Still this echo. Echo. Wonder if it's this. Okay, bishop c3. If he goes here, then I can just check. No, wait. No. If he goes there, then I go here. Oh, this is tricky. Yeah. Yeah, so king e8 to start. King c7, then I give a check, and I'll stop his pawn rather. And if he pushes, then I can just take the bishop. If he plays king or bishop c7, is that the trickiest part? What if here? Oh, this is very tricky. Okay, so king e8. Yeah, so let's just say bishop f6. Because he has to play a bishop move. One of two bishop moves. Sorry, what am I doing? I can take it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm smoking. Okay, so I only have to account for bishop c7. And then I can take the pawn. Is that winning eventually? But that's got to be the best option. And then we go here. And then we can come back because he's going to have to take two moves to attack it again. 30 black to move. I'm up nothing. How does this work? Okay, so we take this, and then we have rook a1. So takes, he has to recapture, and then rook a1. And we take this way. 31, nobody in the stream. We have a check. And then can I take? Yeah, I'll be up the exchange at the end. Is that winning? Yeah, because he has to take this, and then it's my move. He's got a pawn, but that should be winning. 32. Equal material. Can I take and then fork? Should be able to. Hello, Nanda. What's for lunch? Tiffin? Black to move. So, how does this work? Can I take the knight with the queen? So that if rook takes, then I can take here, and I'll be up a bishop. The problem is he can take this way. But then, do I have something here? I don't think so. Okay, I don't see how this would be better. What is going on? Not to mention, he could have just taken here. Okay, oh, I might have queen a7. Okay, so can I take here? I might have, I don't know if queen a7 is a thing. So if queen takes b2, then I have check. I don't know if that's a thing though. You know, he just moves somewhere. What have I achieved? A whole lot of nothing. I'm sure this has a very, very simple solution. I'm probably making this a lot more difficult. Oh my God, it's just a discovery. We have discoveries. I'm so stupid. Okay, so can I do this right away? The problem, yeah, he can take and take it with the bishop. I think it's just a simple discovery, and it took me that long to realize the obvious. Okay, that took way longer than it should have. White to move. So can I win the h4 pawn? Or do I go check and then move the king? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Takes queen check, because he just takes and then just runs. So it might be rook d6. And then I mean, that's has to be the move, I think. The one issue is that he can get a tempo on the rook. I might even have king e7, because if he does some discovery check, then I can go here. So yeah, I do think this is correct. If he doesn't touch the rook, then I proceed to develop. At the end, I'm going to have a rook against this pawn. So it should be check. And I think I go to e7. I think I go to e7, but let me just look at this option. I have to go here. I mean, that looks good too, to be honest. It might be king c7. One downside to king e7 is well, it's kind of the same thing. No, but his king is touching my rook, but his king is touching the rook in the other line too. Yeah, so this is complicated. You know, check. And I can go here. He can just take it. What am I talking about? Oh my God. Yeah, and now rook c6. And king c8 should do it. He goes here, I can go here, I think. Okay, I almost screwed that up. 35, white to move. So I have a discovery. He could take those. So how about a check here first? If he goes to g8, then I have check here, which wins the queen. Same thing if he goes to g6. Therefore, he must go to h8. So what? Okay, so maybe I do take the queen. Maybe I do go check, and then if he takes, um, he's up a pawn, but I'm very active there. Hmm. No, I think it would make more sense to take on f7 first. Like it takes, or I could take check. No, I don't think that's as good. I think take first because I'm always threatening rook g7. So he has to go to h8, and then I take on g3. And he recaptures. And then maybe I go here. If he sacks the exchange, here it's equal material, but I've got two connected passers. And I'm probably going to get the G pawn. Yeah, I might get this one wrong, but I don't see what it is otherwise. Okay, so this one I have to look with the engine. It does the dumb route, the simple route. I'll see if anyone's in chat after this. So had he gone here, yeah, I was going to take, and then push. And that's the answer. This is a stupid puzzle. Okay, let's see. 7 viewers right now on YouTube and 2 on Twitch. And I just got an email, so I want to take a quick look at that, but no, somebody texted me is what it was. Okay, continuing on, 36, aiming for 43. 25 minutes in here, white to move. Here I'm down a bishop. I have a pawn for a bishop. I have a discovered check. So this is just mate, it looks like. Oh, not quite. But I'm going to win the knight on d7, and I have a Zwischenzug. So check, and yeah, he has to go here. I'm just curious though, if I do give a check, is that mate? Oh, maybe that is mate. Yeah, so this is arguably my favorite tactical motif is a double check. But yeah, so queen h7, king f8, and then mate here. Okay, 37, white to move. I can't take here because of his queen. Can I attack the queen? Probably I can't, but okay, he's got to stay on the knight, I think. But then what? Do I attack the knight? He can force the queens off. Down the exchange, right? Pawn for the exchange. Yeah, almost this works. Rook g1, check, take, rook g6. The matching might be good compensation there, but I don't think it's winning. Better drink some coffee. Before it gets too late, I only bought a medium-sized coffee this time instead of a large. Trying to learn from my mistakes. Hmm. Could it be? Could it be e6? Um, e6, and then what? Check here, or maybe push. Could be, maybe it's e6. So what if he takes on e6? Then bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes, then rook f7. I don't think I'm getting anything there. What is this? I'm going to get it wrong. What is this? Maybe it is bishop e2. I'm bouncing around here, but bishop e2, because he has to go to h6, I believe. Okay, technically he could go to h4. He probably could just go to h4. Bishop e2, queen h4. If knight e4, knight takes e4. I don't know what I'm doing there. If I go e6, knight e6, bishop e6, rook c7. I mean, I'll just have two minors for a rook there. If he doesn't recapture. Yeah, so e6. And then if like rook d6, rook d6, take on f7 check. I have a discovery on his rook. If e6, rook c7. I think I have e7. I don't know. I don't see every line there, but I don't know what else it would be. I don't see it. E6 is the only thing that looks like it might do something. So, okay. Okay, here we can just take the rook. Okay. White to move. Do we just go to e4? Problem is he can go to g3. No, it isn't. What am I smoking? Why can't I go here and why can't I go here? This. So it is here. It's a trebuchet. Hello, Yabu, Yabob, Yubob, Yobob, Yabob. Yeah, so it's kind of a trebuchet. We do this. So king e5. If he goes after our f pawn, then he'll be in Zugzwang, and then I can take. And he can't afford to do this because I'm just going to take it. So yeah, and then we go here. It's a trebuchet. And I think we're going g5. No, wait. Yeah, wait. No. I think we have to go to e4. Okay, 39. White to move. We need to cover this square here. Can I afford to... No, I can't. Can I afford to do this? And then h4? No, because we have to cover g4. So the knight covers g4. How do I cover this square? Maybe I let him go here, but then I need to cover e5, but maybe I can do that. Ah, there we go. That's the solution right there. So check if he goes to h5, I assume this should be mate. And if he goes to f6, then this should be mate. So check, and then here. 40, white to move. Looks like equal material. Can I take the knight? And then check. King h8. Check, king here. Knight in. I don't know. That's got to be enough there. Do I have to really calculate that? Bing, bang, boom. King h8. I think I take on h6. Because why wouldn't I? And then he goes king g8. And then I think I go knight g5. Knight g5. There might be knight f6. You know, that's where it becomes unclear. But that just has to be good, though. I don't know. That has to be good because I'm getting like 2 pawns and a knight for... Yeah, I mean, this just has to be good. I don't have to calculate beyond that. Okay. Yeah, I slept, as I predicted, about 2:30 a.m. Okay, black to move. So down. Wait, what? Yeah, down 2 pawns. Oh god, I'm losing my focus. Can I just take here? And then just trade? Wait. Wait. And then I have check. Okay. 42, last one. Looks like I might get it on my first attempt, thankfully. Although I'm pretty slow. It's 36 minutes here. Didn't feel like 36 minutes. So materially, it is equal. Sacking the exchange looks like it might be part of the solution. Could his queen get pushed out somewhere from defending the bishop? Is there something like e4 and then f7 or e4? I mean, yeah, e4. I mean, I don't know. This is. Well, I have no clue, to be honest. I have no clue where to start here. I got no clue. D6. I don't know. Maybe it is. I think it is just moving the queen. So I think it is h4. Because how does he stay on the bishop? My instincts were right. He has queen e1 at the end. If he takes on h4, I take on f5. There's queen e1. But I have bishop f1. I think it's this. And then bishop. Okay, done. Going to... please don't suggest moves, John. We went wrong on purpose now. Okay, so that took 38 minutes. Whoops. Crap. Yeah, that took 38 minutes, which is slow, but not terrible. Okay, time for a game to work on my sad little rating. Got to get the sad little rating up. Okay, 1 year old account, 8,000. That's a lot of games in 1 year. Holy smokes. 8,000 rapid games in a year. That's a lot. How many is that per day? Over 10 per day or something? Holy crap. Who's got the time? Who's got the time? I didn't flag. What are you talking about? I was doing a puzzle. I was doing puzzles, and now I'm playing a game. I'm not sure if bishop b5 is good here, but it shouldn't be bad. Oh, yeah. I don't know this. I don't know this. But this can transpose if d5. Yeah, look at this guy's account. 8,100 games. 8,100 rapid games. Some people have so much free time. Okay. Okay, you guys are distracting me. Okay, let's go b3. I might minimize chat because I just burned almost a minute from reading chat. I'm not a great streamer. I get very easily distracted. Do I want it? I'm going to go back home. I'm going back home here. Normally I take, but I don't think his structure will be that bad. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. Okay, I'm going to go c4 now because b5 might be annoying. Okay, he wants bishop f6. Do we grab some center? Let's grab some center and the bishop f6. Okay, do we take it with a pawn or knight? Okay, let's take it with the pawn. Bishop. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know. I can't predict his moves. I don't need to touch anything here. If he takes, then d4 gets pretty weak, though. Do I actually want to try closing this up? Let's do that. This is a weird position, though. Yeah, Jerome. No, some people play like 10, 12, 14 hours more per day. I've seen people that play 100 rapid games a day or more. Seriously, I think like it's yeah. Hello, John. It's like retired people or kids. It could be kids because they're out, right? It's like summer, right? But yeah, I mean, no wonder people get so strong when they have all this time to play. I'm working all the time. Okay, old man rant is over. Well, it's not over. It's postponed. I will keep ranting because I'm good at whining. Always whining should be my username. Okay, I don't really have a plan. Maybe a4 just stopping b5. Although b5 doesn't even bother me. Like, it's not even a problem. So let's not even bother with a4. What do I do? I know what to do. This little maneuver. Bam, bam, boom. Okay. So he's created this kind of stone wall. E6 is maybe a little weak. He can defend it, but then he's got to move his knight back. Yeah, so this is turned into a closed game here. I am going to go bishop d3 because I can start attacking this pawn. And he's going to go here, which is annoying. He's stonewalled me. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Could I sack a piece here and get the 2 pawns? It's a little bit desperate. Do we want to park a knight here? Okay, let's do that. So he's coming in. Nothing I can do about it. You just got to play around it. And it's going to be... I don't know. I never should have let him get this, but at least we have more space. And I probably will have to take this eventually. Maybe I should take it now. I could create these double pawns. Oh, actually, you know what? This is pretty good for us. He'll get a passer, but sometimes you have to allow that. The question is, do I want to take now? No, I think I want to take on c6. I'm going to take that. The guy is blinking. I don't like the blinking. Yeah. So now, but it's a closed position. I might actually give up my good bishop. Because then I can park a knight here. But he can always trade it off, though. But yeah, but the thing is, I'm left with a crappy dark squared bishop. So maybe I shouldn't give this up. I can use this to blockade his e pawn. But I do have to I have to take that. But honestly, this is tempting. He would have to give up his good bishop, though, to take it. So that would be kind of a net equal. By the way, why did I think he had double pawns here? That's not double pawns. What am I? That was stupid as hell. For some reason, I thought he had double c pawns. I'm hallucinating. Okay, this... But how easy it is for me to get here. Pretty easy. And then... with which pawn would I take it with? Maybe here, because then I can go bishop here and defend. Yeah, I don't know. This is an experienced player would know immediately which piece to take on e4. Because I see merits to both. Okay, whatever. Okay. I'm going to do it this way so that he gets rid of his good bishop. That's my logic. I still haven't decided which pawn I want to recapture with. Because there's... My dark squared bishop could be somewhat useful on d4. Like, it's doing something. And if I take here, there could be a bit of a run. Could he go g5 right away? I think I'm going to take this way. I don't know. Again, these decisions would, for someone really used to these structures, they would be easy decisions, but I suck, so I don't know. Okay, I don't know what that does. It's hitting a2. He can't take it, though. Okay, so do I want to grab this now? Wait, he can take it, because he can just take my bishop. Okay, I'm taking that, because eventually I think I need to take it. So let's take it now. I'm in major time trouble. And can I go here? If he takes now, I do have this. So let's go here now. He does have this passed pawn. And I'm going to flag. I mean, this will be annoying. He's blinking again. Don't blink. Whoops. Let's just go here. Then maybe queen d2. Do I want g4? I'm so slow. Can I push? I'm so slow. Holy smokes. Oh, we got a Twitch spammer. Can I sack that? Oh, I just dropped a pawn. Fuck, I should have went here. Yeah, I got too low on the clock. That's game. Oh, he didn't do it. Okay. It's obviously colored bishop. I'm going to try to hold here, but it's still going to be annoying because of his passed pawn. I could try to do something, but I'm not going to because I don't have time to screw around. G5? No. He's just flagging me, is what he's doing. And it'll work. Yeah, he does have a passed pawn. Oh, can you go after this? Oh, shit, it gets 2 of them? It should still hold. He's blinking again. He can move his king around. He's got to do this. Because I can't move my king. He's got to go here. Actually, yeah. Should I try for this? Push, 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 push. I can't do that now. Yeah, I wonder if I had F5. Because eventually he can bring his king around, so I think I have to take this. I think I have to take this. Okay, pass pawn should be good. Gonna flag me. Ay, ay, ay. Tempted to block him. I mean, it's his right to flag me, but he's not even trying to do anything. I can start pre-moving actually. Why I could have been pre-moving for the last 20 moves. Yeah, okay. I am blocking him now because he was doing absolutely nothing. He wasn't even trying to do anything. So he gets a block. I'll put that as a note. Opposite colored bishop end game. Didn't even attempt to do anything. So okay, bathroom break. We'll be right back. Boo! I'm back. Let's see who's in the streams on Twitch. We have 3 viewers. Will it show me who's on Twitch? Actually, I forgot to pause that in the back, and I don't think it shows me who's viewing. Oh, it does somehow. It's just Jerome. Jerome's on Twitch and on YouTube. That is also playing. Let me pause that. Taking away my bandwidth. 7 viewers on YouTube. Yeah, I do wonder if there's a football game going on because low numbers tonight. Okay, so yeah, it was actually an interesting game. I don't really know that much how to deal with Stonewall stuff. Just the basics, and I keep forgetting. It was an interesting structure. How could I mean, could I have done better? I mean, my position should be fairly decent. I don't know. Maybe I should have taken on B6 or C6 in the beginning. This was stupid, though. I think. At least I thought I was doubling. I thought it was doubling his C pawns. So I was totally hallucinating there. And yeah, I wasn't sure which pawn to take with, but I thought taking this way would be interesting because then my bishop can serve some purpose and the diagonal opens up, you know, one fewer piece on that diagonal. And it looked like I could maybe do something on the king side here, but I think I was already in a little bit of time trouble at this point. And I maybe white has something here. White might be a little better, but I didn't have enough time to venture on and experiment. Like, so I just did the Ulf Anderson thing, moving pieces back and forth. And yeah, then he traded, and well, this should be, even though he's got a passed pawn, it's opposite colored bishops, should be a draw. And then he just dilly-dallied forever. Didn't even try to make progress or offer me a draw or anything. I don't know. I just think it's a little bad etiquette. He had more time than me, so he's totally welcome to flag me, but he wasn't even trying, like, I don't know. He wasn't even trying to win. And I think he might have, his best chance, he should have brought the king over. Oh yeah, I guess he's got to pass D pawn as well. I don't know why he, like, if I was black, I would have brought the king over earlier. I thought that was worth a try before I got this passed pawn. I don't know. Maybe he couldn't never have done that. Maybe he never could have done that. No, when his bishop was here, I thought he could do it. So, like around here, I thought he could bring the king over, because if I take here, then he takes here. But yeah, maybe he'll be losing e6. No, he won't though, because he just puts that there. So I thought this was his best try. When he had this tucked, uncovered, when he had g4 covered, then I thought a plan for black was to move the king. I take here, this is covered, and then it still might be a draw, but this is a headache for me because he's got this passed pawn. So I always have to, you know, because then he just marches here. What do I do? It's tricky, and I think I'm losing there. My king to d6. I'm always having to trail him. I don't know, but I don't know. I still would have done that as black. I think it's the right plan. Let's look at that with the engine. Boom. The middle game against the Stonewall, I'm curious what I should have done there. That's what I want to learn. I'm very proud about my coffee transformation, because I used to get originally 1 cream, 1 sugar, and then I slowly transitioned. Then I switched to half cream and sugar. Then I switched to 2% milk and sugar. Then I switched to 2% milk and half sugar. Then I switched to skim milk and half sugar. Then I switched to less skim milk and half sugar. Then I switched to no milk, so just half sugar. Then I switched to black. So now it's healthier, but I still eat plenty of other unhealthy crap. But that's how I got to black coffee. That is the graph. Holy crap, that's pretty. I mean, it gets okay. It looks flatter than it is because we played so many moves, but it's still pretty good. I mean, for a 10-minute game, looks like one major mistake. Otherwise, not too shabby. Not too shabby from both sides. 18 average center point loss for a 10-minute game ain't too shabby. So here, first of all, does it want to take on C6? It do. Okay. I didn't. I just had a feeling. I don't know. I had a feeling. I'm like, I'm not sure if taking is best. I had no logical reasoning behind it. I just thought, maybe I shouldn't take. And I was wrong. I should have taken. I got to refresh. 9 viewers on YouTube right now. Yeah, it's weird. It's just weird how some days are busier than others when you stream. Some days are super quiet, like today, and then some days are pretty busy. I don't understand why. Yeah, and again, I should have taken. So, I mean, I normally do take, but I didn't. I was experimenting. I wasn't really experimenting. I just had this weird feeling that I shouldn't take on it. And then C4 was fine. Knight C. Okay, yeah. D4 was fine. This was all fine. Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure about C5. Computer doesn't love it. It's saying black can play B6. Oh yeah, I thought for some reason I thought I could just play B4. So yeah, he's already undermining our center. Although opening up the center is not too bad for us. And yeah, this was all fine. Did I spend too much time on these moves? Maybe slightly. And then yeah, this was a hallucination. But this was all relatively fine. So there's really just one. I'm just going to jump to that mistake coming up. But basically, the only thing I've learned from this, just through my quick analysis, is I should have taken on C6, getting those double pawns. But this was a blunder. Oh yeah, right. No, I remember this. He could have taken and just taken on F4. So I'm lucky he didn't. Apparently, he can go Rook F4 first. Yeah, I guess that works. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to play another one. I'm due for a lot of blacks. There it is. 6 months old fake account. 3 games total played. I'm blocking the fake account. Block, block, block. Abort, abort, abort. Hello, Ani Fanatic. Okay, 10 months old fake account, 500 games, but I can only abort so many. I can only, and this is less fake than the other one. At least it's 10 months old. At least it's 10 months old. I don't know why people play H3. It's not terrible, but why would you, out of anything you can play here, why would you play H3? It's such a weird decision. Unless he's going G4. You know what? This could transpose to the atoms. Very interesting. I'm going to... He could play E5 though. If I go A6, he could go E5, which I'm unsure about. I can go E6. No, yeah, let's do this. This can transpose to the atoms. Oni Fanatic, that's true, but the odds are extremely high that they're fake accounts. It's extremely low chance that this is the first time somebody is signing up on Lichess. Is it possible? Yes. But the fact that like half my opponents all have new accounts, I don't think it's the first time they're signing up to the chess. Okay, sounds like you're one of those new accounts. So A4. This, I mean, I don't know. Let's go knight C6. I'm overthinking this. Overthinking it. Well, that previous account was, he had 3 games played on eFanatic. Okay. Do I want G6 or E6 here? I don't know. I'm overthinking this. God damn. Okay, I'm going to minimize chat so I can focus. I'm such a bad streamer in the sense like I can't constantly look at chat and play. Playing chess is hard enough for me. Okay, I think I can castle. E5 should be fine. I can play E6 after. You know, E5 takes E6. I can pre-move it even. This knight might eventually go to B4, but not yet because C3 could happen. And I might need to keep an eye on E5. So maybe B6 next, or bishop D7 possibly. Rook E8. Yeah, so I have 3 moves. I've got B6, bishop D7, rook E8. You could argue E5. I don't usually like E5 in these positions, but eventually I might need to play it to deal with F4. But this is kind of annoying. Okay. He doesn't have the D pawn push, so I don't have to worry about bishop G5. So do I have E6 here? I guess he's going to F4. He could maybe go maybe to E3 or something. But that should still be useful. But then he can't go bishop here. Okay, yeah, let's go E6. Okay, E6, knight F5, and then maybe could I take on E4? Okay, so I was going to take with the bishop, but maybe I'll take with the queen. Queen here is D3, but then I can always take on B2, but he goes rook B1. Queen's always going to be kind of awkward there. Yeah, queen will go to C7 or something. Okay, he's going to break the center. Can I beat him to the punch? Do I want to do that? I kind of do. E5 I can take. Okay, I don't know. I'm pushing. Bishop A2 now. And okay. So bishop A2. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. Knight A5. Does he want this? Knight's not so good on A5. Rook trade. Can I do anything about the fact that his pawn's on D2? Can almost go here. But he's got bishop C2. Okay. c4, if bishop c2, and then what, d4? I don't hate this. This should be playable. d3. I don't know. Rook e8. Should I connect the rooks? What should I do here? Here, and then try to do something. Yeah, maybe queen c7. Okay, queen c7. And then maybe just bishop d7. Possibly I go bishop b7. He might go d4 next move. Yeah, so I think I'm just going bishop d7. It's kind of awkward. Okay. Okay, let's go. Can I go here? No, I can't. Okay, so rook fe8. And then this, no, that won't work for him. Maybe rook e3. No, I can take. Okay, okay, this is not bad. Lichess is going to restart in 1 minute. Wow, they don't even give a 20-minute warning now. Thanks, Lichess. That's stupid. Don't even give a warning. Why even give a 1 minute warning? Seriously, don't even give a warning at that point. Okay, I'm whining. But it's ridiculous. Give a 20-minute warning or something, or a 1 hour warning, not 1 minute warning. What is the point of that? What is the point? Yeah. I don't really want to do this because I don't want the bishop on e8. I'm going to have to spend another move. But I couldn't think of anything better. The only other thing I was thinking of was like rook a d8 and then queen b8. But this is the same thing because I'm going to have to spend a move bringing the bishop back. I do have chat minimized and I will open it up after the game. But I just want to focus here. Because I have a bad track record against new accounts. Newish, to be fair. 10 months old. No, not even 500 games, though. Oh, no, 545. So, how do I evaluate this? White's a little bit better. His bishop is better than mine. He's got a good bishop. I have a bad bishop. His knight is better than my knight. So I could trade here and then my queen could get active. Let's just do that. And then, yeah, queen f4. Is he blinking? Did I see something? So let's just get that in there. Is knight e5 a move? I don't think so. I can take and then take, right? No. It might be a move. Okay. Dare I? Or do I go here? But then he can go to queen e8. I'm tempted to just take the pawn. Okay, I'm going to go here. But I might have been able to just take on h5. Okay, bishop d1. Oh, now I have to start refreshing because Leach has restarted. Because for those of you that aren't familiar, when Leach has to restart, sometimes it's actually your move. Okay, if I take with a queen, then he has this. So I think I would just take with the king. And he can get right up in my face, but I should be winning a piece here. Maybe not winning a piece. No, I should be winning a piece. Yeah. Okay, he's on my bishop. So let's move the bishop. And I got to move quicker as well. Wow. I don't have, I only have one, I don't have many squares. Okay, let's, I don't want the double pawns. So we're going here. He attacks me again. It's going to be awkward. Oh, I'm so slow. Move. Move, move, move. Move, 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 move. Move, 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 move. You got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, son. Move. Move. You have to move it. Move it. You have to move it. Move it. Okay. I mean, this should be very good for black, but I am very low on the clock. Do I want to take on f3 if he lets me? Could technically go here. I'll probably regret this. And I'm gonna give this up. But his knight is dominated. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm not gonna do it. But it's so tempting. Okay, he's gonna push here, and I think I'm going here. No, that's talk about oh my time. I'm so slow. I'm so damn slow. I'm so slow. Check. I come back with the queen. Can get that in. Oh fuck. Yeah, I'm just too slow, and then I get into typo, and then I blunder. That's the. I gotta play quicker. My time management. Oh man. Now we have to wait before he plays it. I'll open up chat. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Okay, back to minimizing chat. I got 53 seconds. Very lucky, but I'm going to lose anyway. Then get the knight back in. So slow. Check here. I've got this. Oh, God. And then F6. I wonder if queen... My knight's hanging. Can I take there? Yeah, I can take there, right? Right. Ah, there we go. Wow, I shouldn't have won that game. Hello, Vivek. Yeah. Fake doesn't mean they're cheating, but it's not a real account. They might be smurfing. Normally, they might be 2,400. It's just not a established rating, and so they're fake. It's not a real account. Hello, Peak. Hello, Ingrid. Hello, Chess Maestro. Where did all these people come from? Let's take a look. We have 19 viewers on YouTube right now, suddenly, and 3 on Twitch. This is a coffee. Yes. At 10 p.m. Yesterday was worse because I was drinking at 11 p.m. and that was a large coffee. This is a regular size coffee and it's only 10 p.m. So I'm making progress on that front. I need an energy boost when I stream at night because otherwise I fall asleep. Okay, so he minus 17 because this guy account is new. fake account, as I say. See, his RD was before the game, it was over 80. Because it's 78 now, so it was probably about 80 before the game. So it's not even that accurate. Okay, so we got a win there, but it was very close. Again, I don't understand why people play H3 when you could play other moves. I just don't get it. But it is kind of interesting because it can transpose into an Adams. But he played A4 and we just had this kind of a quiet Sicilian. And I don't know, white doesn't really have anything here, but I didn't really know what to do. I played all this a little bit slow and that hurt me on the clock. I didn't want my bishop to end up on E8, but I just didn't know what a plan here is. If you guys have any suggestions for plans for black, I'm all ears, but I couldn't think of any myself. Maybe I could have entertained the B5, possibly opening up another file. But yeah, I didn't really have a plan here. Maybe putting the knight on F5. Chess Maestro says attack on the queen side. Is that so easy to do? I don't know if it is. He doesn't really, I mean, he's maybe B2 is a little weak. Still have my itchy rash. Yeah, so I was a little surprised that he didn't make my bishop go to E8. So I took that opportunity to keep my bishop on D7 and brought in my queen. And black should be preferred here, even though white's bishop is better. My queen is more active now. And then, yeah, I think he was a little bit desperate to get something going here. I was considering just taking. My pawns suck, but it is a pawn. But I decided to go bishop G4, and I do, yeah, just win a pawn here. And then I was in major time trouble here already. But black's just up a pawn, and our bishop is suddenly good. G5 I think was good because this is an anti-positional move that is hard for me to want to play. It's such a permanent structural move, but the knight does become dominated. In fact, he might want to have considered putting it on F3 and even trading it off, but it's hard when he's down a pawn. Yeah, and then, yeah, and I actually thought, I did think I was probably going to lose because I really had no time. I forget actually where the turning point was. Well, yeah, he let me trade queens and I was just up a pawn. And then I have a rook pawn against a knight, excuse me, which is really strong. And he took my knight. And yeah, so knights are really, 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 really bad against rook pawns. Then I got the king active and went after the c pawn. I don't know why he did this trade either. Because I have a passed pawn, and yeah, trade off queens. My king is better, and then yeah, get the other one, and I wasn't really worried about mating here. I have a YouTube video on my channel about how to checkmate with queen and king against king in 1 second. You literally just need 1 second or less. Because you can pre-move the entire thing. There's only one move you need to make without a pre-move, and it'll be a 50%. It'll be between two squares. Now, I didn't execute that perfectly here because I haven't practiced it, but still, I think I might have spent maybe 3 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds total. So as long as you have 1 to 3 seconds on the clock, you should be able to win with queen against king. Yeah, okay, let's look at that with the engine. I got to stop scratching my rash. It just makes it worse. Oh boy, whoa, my God, what's going on there? So many spikes. I'm just going to load up CPT. It could be jock itch. It's not in that area, but it's like my it's like my lower back. And I put Tenactin on it today, which helped at first. Too much information? Okay, wait, I'm trying to share CPT with you guys. There we go. So this is from a position from yesterday that I was running, and it's finished running. So I just want to update this. What did I play? Where was that game? Did I close it? No, it's this one. Oh yeah, I played knight d2. Oh, it doesn't like that. No, wait, sorry. I played d3. So it actually likes knight g4. Okay, so I'll just run that. Okay, and then I just want to load this position that we just played. We, as in me. Where he played... Was it here that he played a3? Whoops. Yeah, he played h3 there. So knight f6. It's been a while since I ran it. Last time was with Stockfish 15. But I don't think that's going to change. And then, yeah, knight c6 and then... Okay, so my notes here. So what did I play in the game? I played a6. Whoops. Crap. I played a6. And yeah, that is fine. Last round this was 17.1. My notes say I switched away from a6, even though we can transpose into the atoms. If we don't, then it's really... If we don't, then it's really awkward to play for black. So switching to knight c6. And then oh yeah, so that's my most recent note. Before that, I switched to a6. I switch around stuff. They're both fine. I am going to look at the a6 line though, again. And then I have a4 here, but I haven't actually ran it. So I'm going to run this with actually 6 lines. And I'll let that run for a few hours and I'll update that. But really, you can play anything. It doesn't really matter. Getting back to the game. What the hell went on here? Maybe that's when we had like 3 pieces each, like the queen, rook, and bishop, and knight. And there was a lot of stuff going on here. The opening and middle game looks like it was pretty good, except there was one move here I didn't like, queen c7. Let me refresh. It's not terrible, but it's d4. Wow, never crossed my mind. So if white does nothing, we're going d3. Oh, sorry, yeah. But if he goes like d3, it's so hard for me to calculate all the permutations, like the possibilities here. But I guess we're just getting rid of these pawns. Actually, no, it's here. There's bishop c3. You can't even do that. Sorry. Sorry, he's got it. If he takes here, then yeah, I'm just winning a piece. So he can't go d3, or he shouldn't. And if he takes, what's the point? So if he takes twice and then d3, can I go c3 here? I don't know. But whether or not I understand or like the resulting position, I should have considered d4, and it never crossed my mind. Never crossed my mind for a split second. So I should have considered that it's actually an option. There's also bishop e6 here. The computer often likes this type of move, but I can't play a move like that. It's just too weird. It just seems so, again, anti-positional. Blocking the e file, putting it in the same color as the pawns. I can't play a move like that. There was bishop d7 as well, and there was rook e8, and then d4 again. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't like queen c7 because it wanted it to help push the d pawn. So that was interesting. And then this was relatively all fine for both sides. And then, so what were all these moves? Now here I only had a minute on the clock. Oh yeah. So I saw that immediately. I'm very lucky I won this game because I should have lost right here. But then what were these other spikes? Okay, this allowed bishop or queen e5. Is that a fork? Yeah, he just wins the knight there. Yeah, so, okay, there was that. And then I'm assuming it probably happens twice. No, there's queen b. I thought I had here. Oh, I can't. He gives me a check on e5 again. So some geometric problems. And if I come back with the queen, same issue. Wow. Okay, and then the last mistake was disallowed g5 apparently, but I had 34 seconds. Yeah, so from this position, I only had 34 seconds, no increment. So to win from here, I got pretty lucky. And then even here, I had 24 seconds. And then at the point when I just had the queen, well, let's say, so here I had 6 seconds, which is more than enough time. Again, you really only need 1 second, but that's cutting it really tight because you do have to be on your toes to win in 1 second. But 6 is definitely more than enough. And how much did I finish in? 3. So it took me 3 seconds. 3 seconds to mate with queen against king. And that's like a safety zone, I would say. Like if you have 3 seconds, that should be enough time. Okay, let me play another game. Tutup Sardin. Explain how to do it. Explain how to do what? I said I have a YouTube video. Watch my YouTube video. There's a YouTube video how to checkmate with queen and king in 1 second using pre-moves. I explain everything in detail on how to do the technique. Okay. I'm trying to remember if I take right away. I'm going to go B3. This one, 4 years old account here. Tutup Sardin. That's an interesting username. You know, it almost sounds like German or Swedish or something. F6. He's blunting my bishop. How dare he? How dare he? It's annoying. But it comes at a cost, right? He can't put his knight on F6 now. But it makes it less fun for me. Okay, C4. Okay, let's go C4. A6, I go bishop A4. Okay, so I'm thinking knight C3 now. Threatening to take on D5. Okay, I have knight E4. Wait. Can I win a pawn here? Maybe not. Okay. I wonder about 95 though, or 94. I studied similar lines before, and there's even stuff like B4. And there's even a rook A6 secret line. Okay, so let's just say knight A4, and I don't know. Does he come here? No, because then he loses his pawn, right? Yeah. So maybe I do win a pawn. Because I'm just going to take here, right? No. Yeah, I take here and then I take on d4. Right? He can double up my a pawns, right? I just take here, no? And can I take here first? No. Yeah, but he doubles this up, so he probably has enough compensation. But, oh, is this the thing? No. Yeah, I think I can just take here. But after takes, there's bishop c5. Oh, look at that tactic. I have bishop b2, though. It gets messy. Takes. And then you can probably take either way. Takes. I don't have to recapture this right away, but I probably should. And then, yeah, there's bishop c5, bishop b2, queen b6, and I lose my piece. You see? Dangerous. I could do it and just not take on d4 again. Okay, let's go king h1. There was probably something better, but that's what I did. And I burned a lot of time on that, so I'm going to try to play quicker from now on in this game. Oh, wow. Okay, but his rook is there. So let's go queen e2. So chess diary. Welcome. A lot of new one-timers. I don't know if they're one-timers. What do you call them? New faces, new viewers. I noticed today a lot of new usernames. Maybe like 5 or 6 new usernames today. Will they come back in the future? Maybe, maybe not. Let's pre-move on a4, save ourselves 1 or 2 seconds. Is he thinking about d3? Maybe. I can play knight b2 later, unless he takes on a4. Then d3 does get annoying. But I do have stuff like knight e1. Thanks for the sub, Chess Diary. Thank you. So yeah, maybe bishop b2. Or I might reroute the knight. I don't really like that this is looming over. Like he has this looming over me. I don't like that. And also this is very strong. He also might be waiting for, no, b5 I can take. So bishop b7. Ooh, this is uncomfortable for me. I am going to go here. Wait, what did I just say? Yeah, I'm going to go here, but this is very uncomfortable. He can't do this immediately, but he might have like this, for example. And it's looking scary. I guess maybe then I could take. Okay, we're going to do it. I think I'm barely surviving there. Queen a5, I think I can take on e4 or d4. Although, he can come here first. So it's very sensitive. This knight is very uncomfortable on a4. Yeah, so just knight f5 immediately, maybe. I guess I could push. Yeah, so he goes for that, which is annoying. He's good at being annoying. Here he's got knight g4, and then he's got like h5 or something. It's not the best, but I don't want to. Okay, we're going here. He's playing this very well. Tutap Sardan is playing very annoyingly, which means good. Now that this has been pushed, is queen a5. Well, queen a5, I can go knight c3. Should be fine. Okay, so knight f5. I guess he's debating between this. The downside for this is he can't go to f5. And he will get kicked out next move. He has h5, but he's going to get kicked out. So, oh, he goes for it. Okay. So I think this might have been better for him, knight f5. This is, I think he got a little bit too greedy with this move. Because I'm just going to play h3 next. So h3 takes, check. I have knight h2, and I should be fine. Takes, knight h2. Or, yeah, not knight h4, because he has g5 and then fg. But we go knight h2, and we should be fine. Oh, he can take this. So takes... No, he doesn't have time, right? No, he doesn't have time. Yeah, so this will work. He thought he's being fancy with his fishing pole idea. But I don't think it works. But still, my position is awkward with my knight on a4. He's played this he's played a nice position. Like, black has kind of played this like I would, except I wouldn't go for this h pawn. I probably would have put the knight on f5 instead. But otherwise, yeah, I like the way he played. Very positional. Like if I flip the board, yeah, he played a very nice positional game here. So what does he do? What does he do? Because I'm threatening to take. I don't think he can take. I have knight h2. His bishop's on f8. He's neglected a little bit of development. And yeah, so knight h6. He just has to bite the bullet and goes. I mean, he's fine here after knight h6. He's just, I think he's being greedy, not wanting to retreat. What do I do then? You see, I don't have any moves to play after knight h6. Maybe knight h4. Sorry, yeah, knight h4 threatening that, but his bishop gets stronger. Maybe I bring this knight back because that's just, yeah. So knight h6. How am I doing on the clock? I'm way behind on the clock, but at least my opponent's also low. Okay, so knight h6, knight c3. And now this is where he should have went to in the beginning, in the first place. That's what I thought would be made more sense for him. Where do my pieces go? He's played a very good game here. Do I go for an A pawn thrust? Ooh, opening things up. That's kind of annoying. And then this could happen. This is weak though. I might have here. Let's do that. Okay, threatening f6 with a fork and opening up the c file. Interesting game. Is g4 a move? Well, I'm going to take his queen, so he has to deal with this threat first. And his time has been ticking a little extra quickly. Not extra quickly, but I don't know. He's been taking more time on the past few moves is what I'm trying to say. But I am behind on the clock. Like my checkpoint at 20, I should have at least 5.5 minutes. And I'm already at 4.5 and with 2 moves to go. So I'm behind on my second checkpoint. So I have to move quickly regardless of... Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we'll go here. And now we have to always get... Oh, he wants h4 now? He can't do it because I'm going to take that. But he might take and then h4. So he's going to take, and then he's going to play h4. And then I might go king g1. Yeah. So I'll go king g1. Oh, wait. Well, it's actually interesting. If he goes here, I might have this. And then I might have bishop e5. This is because I can sack the exchange here because I'll win a pawn. So I could do that, or I could just move my king. But I might actually take on f6. That's a choice. Boom, boom. Boom, and then take. And actually, I would win material there. That would be winning material because I get this knight back. This is getting complicated. Take, I have check here, and I know he's got this, but I'm fine after. Oh, there's this check. I come back, but he he can get a draw that way. He can get a draw that way. I don't know if I can avoid that. Because even if I go here, he can still do this. Check still. Check. Yeah, check. Can I go here? No. Yeah, he can get a draw. Damn. Push? Okay. I'm going to play for the win. There was a draw on board, but I'm going to try for the win. So he takes here, I take on F6. Wait, it might not work because he's got this check again. Whoops. Yeah, because here I take. Oh no, I can take back first. Yeah, interesting position. So yeah. Actually I'm in check. Yeah. So what am I doing? I'm an idiot. Oh God. I'm just an idiot. Okay. Just an idiot. Or am I? It's still complicated. It's still complicated. Okay. No, I screwed that up. I was winning. Like I was better. I may not have been winning, but I was better. And I just dropped the exchange too. I should have went here. Okay, at least I'm ahead on the clock. Okay, let's go here. Oh God, what am I doing? Oh my God, so many blunders. B4 and then A5 or A5 first. Oh, he's going for it. Here. Hang on. There's takes here. Takes, check. Check. Got to go for the win here. Oh, there's check here. Oh my God. Didn't see that. Takes, check. I think that's still holding. Oh! Didn't see that. That's too bad. I was winning there. I should have just flagged them. Okay, I'm not going to look at that. That was too heartbreaking. I was winning most of the game. That was too heartbreaking. Oh, I didn't see the mate. Oh, I had him. Too bad. I definitely had him. I've seen this before. I think I can just go knight c3. I mean, g3 is I don't. That's a weird move. Okay, we'll grab this. That one hurt to lose. It was. I mean, there were a lot of. It was a lot of back and forth in that previous game, but at the end there, I was completely winning on the board and on the clock. So that it hurts to lose when you're both winning on the clock and on the board. I think I just keep on pushing. And I guess he could take twice. So we shall go here. Then maybe queen e2 or e4 right away. Yeah, let's just keep going. And then I'm thinking e4. e4, d4. Should I go c4? Can I go here? Takes. Let's bring in the knight first. I don't know. e4, d4 I wasn't sure about. And how do I take? Okay. Here? Because then he's trapped. It's the funny thing. Haha. Oh my God, that's funny. Okay. So he's got to go to a6. He's got to go to a6. And then I can go here. But my knight is good. I don't really need to do that. Ooh, this is sensitive. Is there anything winning here? Probably not. How about knight g4? And if the knight moves, then I can open up the center. Let's try that. It's interesting. Oh shit, there's e5 after. It's still okay, but it might not have been the best move. Actually, e5, it might have f5. I have f5. g6. Am I going to regret all of this? Do I want to push that? Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Might not be good. Actually, yeah, I should have given g6 more. I had this, but I don't know. He might have been able to have just taken. I guess I could have gone there. What now? Eventually, do I want to push the g pawn? I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. I can attack his pawn here. He can defend it. I can go here. What did he do about that? Bishop B. I don't know. My brain used up all of its energy tonight. Maybe this was not good. Okay, let's just make a move. I don't know. H pawn push. Push here. Is this a thing? Could almost take and then queen c4 and then here. Honestly. Takes here. Boom. Here. Does that win a piece? Does that work? Takes, pin. Seems like it works. Because if he goes here, then I go e4. Like, to me, that seems like it's work. I'm going to do it, but am I hallucinating? I just go queen c4 and then e4. Am I hallucinating? Am I missing something? Bishop B, I just go e4. Right? What am I missing? That wins a piece, right? Wow, I can still see tactics. It's such a weird such a weird maneuver. That's why that's why, because it's such a weird, that's a weird maneuver. So I can lock things in, because how did he unlock things ever? Let's just lock things in. He just resigns. Yeah. That's funny. That's a weird little tactic, right? This is why we do Puzzle Streak. Although this is not pattern recognition, this was just calculation, but yeah, takes here. It's just that's not a normal combination. Okay, I'm not going to analyze that because I'm lazy. I'm going to play another one, and I want to make up for that loss from that previous game. That hurt. 4-year-old account looks good. Black. Smith Mora time. Nope. Oh, come on. Not this crap. Ooh, this one. Yeah. Yeah, we take. And then, is it a6 or knight gf6? Or knight f6, I mean. I think you can do either. Let's not get into time trouble. Okay. Let's not get smother mated. Smother mated? How am I supposed to say that? Smothered? Smother mated? Is that? I don't know. The coffee's making me drunk. What do we do here? Where do we want things? Okay, let's go for Fianchetto. This is almost like a Dragendorf, almost, except we have a knight on d7 instead of c6. Good, because I don't believe in the Dragendorf. Is he going to go f4 at some point? Maybe even now? Okay, let's castle. Get the king safe. Why is my rating so low? Chess is hard. Everybody's good. Is everybody good or I'm just bad? They're not mutually exclusive. It's a little bit of both. What's my plan going to be here? What's my plan? A minority attack? Still don't even know how to fully do it. Minority attack. I understand the idea, but because I don't play d4, d5. Yeah, maybe queen c7. So let's go queen c. Okay, let's go queen c7. It's going to take him a little while to put a rook on c1. And we could go for trades. Do I want that? That seems weird. I could technically go e5. It weakens all of this. These two pawns. I can go. Okay, no, let's go b5. Let's go b5 and then possibly later e5 because now I have knight b6. Okay, well now we don't want to allow this discovery. So I think White's giving us a little bit of initiative here because he brought the bishop out and then he went back. So I'm going to go bishop b7. Next move. I'm not sure what that is about. Maybe he wants to get the bishop here. I don't know. But let's go bishop b7. Possibly bishop f4. Hello, Vivek. Again, weren't you already here? So bishop f4. And then what? He likes to move the bishops. H6. What do we do? Can I take here and then do something? Okay, let's just go here first. Seems useful. Like it might be useful. Protecting e7 or overprotecting it and getting on at file that might open. H6, he might just come back and create a battery or even this way. I don't really know what to do. Maybe rook c8. That's often a useful move. Or maybe I should just get back on with a minority attack, but he's got pieces here. So maybe it's time to grab that. Maybe. Because then I could actually take here. So time to take that. Yeah, so I have a choice of getting a rook and a pawn, but these, for two good miners. Okay, I finished the coffee at 11, which is a little bit better than yesterday. Okay, I don't think it's worth it. Maybe rook c8. Is b4 useful? Possibly. It's like a minority attack there. You might have c4. He might have c4. Yeah, so maybe I do go here. How am I doing on the clock? Not terrible, but I need to speed up a tiny bit. So I'm thinking I could go b4 now. Okay, moves the queen. He wants a rook here now. Could offer a queen trade. Don't want to play e5. I could maybe go h6. You can go here. Does this knight get on? I mean, I could do stuff moving the knight on c3. Possibly. It could bring the knight here. Let's try that. That's interesting, right? Can I do this? Got some nice squares here. So let's say rook AC1. This forces a trade. Takes C4. Okay, well, yeah, so this should be reasonable. There's E5 at the end. Takes. No, that doesn't work, right? So I'm coming here. This was also worth. Okay, now how do we take? It sounded like Christopher Walken there. Here, this bishop is hanging if the knight moves, and I'm keeping pressure there. This encourages E5, but I think I can take on F3. Let's take here. Because yeah, things are a little tied up for white almost. Let's say he makes a non-move. Okay, that seems very reasonable. I could offer a queen trade. I could bring the queen back. I could bring it over here. Let's bring the queen back. I just got a message from somebody asking me to play, but I'm in a game. I'm in a game. Okay, now what? What's he threatening? What is he threatening? I don't know what to do. How do I make a useful move? What's a useful move here? Opening up my bishops? Is this a move? D5? Can I do that? Somebody keeps messaging me. Oh, no, thank you. No, I don't play viewers. I'll play members. Hello, Sun Tzu. So D5. And if I take... he might have knight F5. Yeah, so I don't like that. E6, F4. Yeah, he's planning F4 now. Oh, I might have to go here. And this is weak. Okay. Let's do this. Because I think F4 is coming, so we got to thwart that. I don't like this position. I can't win anymore. Okay, so knight F3. I could go rook D8 and then D5. So he's threatening here, so I think I gotta put something there. Let's do it with this rook now, actually. Okay, B3. You might try to do something there. I'm low on the clock. Oh, and the guy that challenged me has a new account too. Oh, he wants this. Oh, okay. Queen trade is... Let's just do that. I don't know. It's probably... I mean, it's not good. Let's bring in the king. And then I might go F5. I don't know. This guy played well. I don't know. I didn't play so great. I have a bad bishop. He has a good bishop. Don't know why he's thinking. I mean, you obviously take with a queen here. Chess is rough, Sun Tzu. Chess is hard. Chess is hard. And then you die. I don't know. He played a good game. I couldn't get anything going. Yeah, at least my king is better than his. C4? No, I just take, right? Okay, let's just... do I want to do something like that? No. Let's go here. Play quick. I gotta play quicker. I could go here and take with the king. Let's do this. So then it frees up this rook. Maybe I should have went here last move. Same colored bishops. My king is better, so... Yeah, I just lost a pawn, right? Shit. I just can't win anymore. I can't win anymore. Damn. Damn, I feel like he didn't. I mean, he played well. He played well. Can I do this? Is my king that much better that I could do this? Push, push, push. Okay, let's try it. Normally, you don't want to trade rooks when you're pawn down. Oh, here. Shit. Yeah, I can't even prevent that, but maybe I can run the a-pawn, but he just played too good and too quick. I was never going to win. You can't win against somebody like that. I can't even... It's like 2100 is like the new 2600. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he made no mistakes. I'm not insinuating anything. It felt like he made no mistakes. I'm not saying he played perfect. He just played really solid. Really solid. I used to beat 2000s. Easily. Now I lose to them easily. Yeah, he can get one here. Yeah, he just gets that. I don't know, because then this one runs. Here? I think he screwed up. He screwed up somehow. I don't know how you screw that up, though. It's like impossible to screw this endgame up. But I've got 30 seconds, so I'm sure I'll still lose. Yeah, I don't know. I think he just played really solid and quickly. Searching for Bobby Fischer. Searching for Bobby Fischer. Woohoo! Searching for Bobby. Thank you, Josh Waitskin. That was weird though, but he played so well. I don't know how he screwed the endgame up. He had so much time and he was up a pawn. And not only did he not win, he lost. Okay. Let's take a look at that because I'm really curious what I could have done better. Not 100% sure about this queen c7. And I probably played a little bit too slow for the first time in my life. Should I be playing e5 immediately here? I don't know. Maybe. But I think I played fine here. Yeah, possibly knight e5 instead. But maybe this was the mistake. Maybe e5 is a mistake, but no buts. Maybe it was a mistake. But what do? I didn't know what to do to make progress. How do you make progress here? H6? But then what are you doing after h6? Like, how does one make progress? I want to know. Vivek says knight takes f3. That was long. Here. Takes. And then what? Knight 94, rook e4. Oh god, that's way too complicated. You're saying takes, and then f5. That's what? Oh, because of the pin. Oh no! Do you know how I would have ended up with 2 seconds after I calculate that line? That's not a line for Dizzy to consider. With my time management, I would spend 10 years on that, calculating that. Yeah. So anyways, we had this. E5 might be bad. I'm not sure about E5. How are you looking at this with the engine? How are you guys looking at this with the engine? Yeah, so I'm left with a bad bishop and a backward pawn, but it should be equal. It's just more uncomfortable for black. But I was under... Was I in time pressure? I was in time pressure, yes. And then I decided to go for this ending. Now, so I dropped a pawn. So here I should be equal, but yeah, I missed this tactic. So I needed to play f6 here. Now I made a controversial decision, as I voiced during the game, to trade rooks here, even though I'm a down pawn. My reasoning, my logic, is that my king is better than his king. And my endgames, I think, overall are pretty good. Because I've done a lot of endgame study. Doesn't mean that I'm better than my opponents in the endgame, but I'm fairly confident in my endgame. And so I thought I had reasonable chances of drawing because endgames are very difficult. Anyways, that was my logic. The main point was that my king was better than his. And I thought I might be able to run here. Although I did then, as soon as I went for that idea, I forgot that he can just play b3. Like here. He can just play b3, which I forgot. And there's no way for me to stop that. So I created a weakness by playing a4. And yeah, so here I was trying to... well, I don't know how to describe it, but I was trying to give myself opportunities to create a breakthrough, essentially. And yeah, so this takes away a reserve tempi, but it also locks down G4. And here I was considering, I didn't mention it because I didn't have much time, but I was considering E4 to try to go for this, which would have been very close, honestly, because he doesn't have time to bring his king here, I don't think. And if he goes here, he still has to bring his king to capture it. And that would have been close. It was kind of a gamble. I don't know who's faster there. It would have been very close. But then I decided to just play it safe, and I just brought the king back. And I don't know, like, it might be losing for black, but I didn't have much time to make a choice. And then, yeah, I think this might have been the mistake because this is almost like an outside passed pawn, essentially, because he has to take. If he pushes, it's going to be the same problem for him. I'm going to take the A pawn. And so this is, to me, this is an outside pass pawn. It's technically not. It's a middle pawn, but these cancel each other out. That's the way I look at it. These all cancel each other out because if he ever pushes, I take, right, and I push and I queen. So my one pawn stops two, and then because this pawn's going to run, it's an outside pass pawn because I can grab the A pawn. So I think his mistake was probably playing C4. Yeah, and then I think this is just winning. So let's look at that. What's the engine? I won a couple games today that I shouldn't have. But then again, another way to look at it is a lot of the games I lose are games I shouldn't have lost, right? Yeah, so it looks like he blundered at the very end. And shame on him, I have to say, because he had plenty of time to think, and he was up a pawn. He should not be losing that. I'm not trying to make him feel worse than he does, but yeah, some people just try to play on the clock and they don't really think. Okay, looking at that from the beginning, because I didn't know what to do in the middle game. Computer likes my position, minus 1.6. I usually have a good position out of the opening, and then I lose. Okay, so this was all fine and dandy. So what does it think about Queen C7? It's happy with it. It's suggesting Knight C5. So Knight C5, F3, and then Queen C7, but Queen C7 was perfectly fine. What? Oh, okay. So it wants me to actually, I didn't even think about taking. Why didn't I even do that? I didn't even consider taking. I don't know if I would have done it, but I didn't even consider it. I should have considered it. Okay. This was fine. And it likes, was it here? Yeah, it likes Vivek's move. The computer always likes his moves. And it wants white to take with the G pawn. Yeah, because of the crazy line he saw, but not F5. F5 would have blundered it. Rook E7's wishing to, and it gets complicated. That's what I'm saying. That's why there's too much going on in this line. That's why, okay, I didn't consider it because I didn't even see it, but I'm not even considering such moves because, like, not in a rapid game, maybe over the board, like definitely in a tournament game, tournament time control. Yes, I think I might have seen this idea, but in a 10-minute game, I'm not going to look at that type of stuff because I'm too slow of a calculator. Okay, yeah, so this was fine. And then it starts to slip away. The game starts to slip away. My window's stuck. There we go. So this was fine. Yeah, I didn't really know what to do here. Bishop A8 and then Queen B8? What is that? Oh my God, does it want to go? What is this about? Bishop A8. Let's just give him a random move. What is this? I don't understand Bishop A8. Somebody teach me what Bishop A8 is about. Vivek says to stop Knight A5. I don't, what? A5 and C4? How does that stop? Oh, you're saying that? Really? I don't know. Is that, I don't know if that's the answer. You might be right. You're always right, but I think that's a little bit of a stretch. So it goes here. So queen c4, let's just look at this line, what the computer suggests. Maybe it's because of this. If the bishop was on b7, there might be knight a5 now. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Like, for example, if I had done this immediately. No, so it wants to go here. Yeah, and then knight e5, and then, but can't we just go here though? Maybe it can get attacked. I don't know. I mean, I don't really understand. The bishop a8. Maybe it's not to do with that. I'm curious though. I like to sometimes figure this stuff out. Bishop a8. Sorry, no, if we don't go, yeah, so bishop a8 and then, okay, let's give him the best move. And let's just say he goes here. I think it is about queen c4. It probably is about this knight a5 thing. Because the knight's trapped, right? We just go rook c5. So yeah, I think it's all about queen c4. If we do that right away, queen c4. Oh, then we take here. Yeah. That's why. I was wondering because I said bishop a8. I don't really understand why we can't do that. Yeah, so we take here. And then if he goes to here, then we have. It's still a little. I mean, that's why the computer wants to do it, but it's still like the nuance is. I mean, it's very subtle. This whole thing, and the computer likes this position. This knight is awkward. Maybe it goes to f1, and then we can do stuff here, attack like that. Subtle. Like in a tournament game, I don't think I'm ever finding bishop a8. Where was that? What move was that? I lost it. Okay, I forget what move that was. Anyways. Yeah, so I played fine here. I don't like that my advantage lost. No, I think I passed that point, right? Oh, it was move 17. Yeah, so I like bishop a8 here or h5. I actually considered that briefly, but after h5, I still have to find a move. So, oh, knight h7 is interesting. So let's just say h5, h3, knight h7, and let's say he comes here. Then it wants to go e5, and then f5. Oh, that's interesting. Can't we just go e5 to begin with, though? Like, what's the difference? And then can't I just do it this way? And then f5? Apparently there's some difference that I don't understand. Yeah, it wants to do this first. Oh, because here we get a tempo, we get a free move. That's why. But what if he goes here first? It doesn't like e5 first. It wants to go. Okay, I don't understand anything of anything, but it's an idea, anyways. It's h5, knight h7 is an idea. So there was bishop a8. There's h5. There's rook b8. I don't understand this either. Does it want to put the bishop on c8? This is the computer's moves are very computery. I have no idea what rook b8 is about. Good luck explaining that one. And queen b8. The computer is crazy. It wants to go queen b8 and then queen c7. Computer is ridiculous. Queen b8 and then, oh, yeah. So I can't make any sense. Well, we can somewhat explain some of the ideas. Bishop a8, the idea is to go queen c4 and prevent knight a5. h5 is to play knight h7, but still the ideas are very subtle. I have no freaking clue what queen b8 and the queen c7 are, unless the computer just doesn't, it likes its position and doesn't want to change anything structural. But really crazy computer suggestions. Yeah, here I considered h6. Computer likes, oh, knight b6 is another move. It's still saying bishop a8 ideas, with, you know, followed by queen c4. But so h6, if it goes back, then queen c4 or rook d8. It likes just getting a little bit of space. We create luft. And then, yeah, this is an idea. If white trades, we have, I guess, you could, yeah, there's weaknesses here. Then we can run this because the c3 pawn is kind of weak because it's, you know, these two pawns are weak. All three pawns are kind of weak, actually. This is almost like it's not a minority attack, but we're poking and prodding on these squares. So playing on the queen side more, it makes sense because that's where our bishop is headed. So some really subtle computer ideas, but I might remember, well, I don't know if I remember it, but this is one of the key things of this game is playing queen c4. And if white doesn't trade, if they, let's say they bring the queen back, computer still wants to kind of poke and prod here. And actually we can take on e4, but again, then there's some tactics involved. And what if white just leaves the queen there? Then it wants to trade and again, poke and prod. So that's the idea. You got to play here. Somehow that's what the computer wants to do, which makes sense. And I'm kind of glad I looked at this because often, honestly, I'm looking at stuff in the center in these positions. I'm looking at, like, do I want to play e5? Do I want to play e6? Do I want to support d5? I'm looking at, or I'm looking like, do I want to trade? But to play against this seems to be the idea. So maybe we're learning something. So it wants to, yeah, basically, again, poke and prod or make these weaker than they are. So trade queens, disrupt the pawns. That's what the computer wants to do. Okay. I'll forget this by tomorrow, but okay. So here black is still a little bit better. It didn't like e5. Yeah, I wasn't sure about e5. It wants to just do nothing. Put a rook on the d file. It doesn't want to make any structural changes. I thought about doing that, but I wanted to push for a win. That's why I tried to. I was thinking like e5, f5 eventually. It doesn't love king f8. It wants to go queen c4 again. I just didn't want to draw. I was really trying to do something else, but the other moves don't matter to me. It's kind of interesting though that the computer's idea of bishop a8, h5, and playing against the queen side. I do think we learned something quite valuable. I keep slurring. It's the coffee. It's the caffeine. Well, I'm not slurring exactly. I'm talking too quickly, and then I'm tripping over my own words. And then here I just dropped a pawn. I overlooked this. Got a little low on the clock. And then in the end game, and the computer, yeah, so this was a mistake because we're down a pawn. Computer wants to go king e7 and play with the rook, which does make more sense. To my credit, I didn't see b3. I thought of trades. I thought my king could come up here. And this is equal now after b3, ironically. So a5 is equal. He needed to bring in the king, actually. Wow. I thought this might be fine for us. But apparently this is winning for white. I guess probably the point is I'm eventually going to have to move the king, and then he's going to get to play king c2. That's probably the reason. Okay, so yeah, so he had to bring in the king. That's good to know because, yeah, if I was white here, I mean, b3 is very natural. Okay, so yeah, so a5 is the only move that holds the game, and a4 is the only move that holds the game. And this was a blunder. So I needed to play h5 or g5. This is a blunder because of what he did, takes, and then any other move. I don't know. So why is this better? Is it because the king can't come in? But this also holds. And then h4, and then we can do it this way. Maybe that's why if we stop the king from getting into, I don't fully understand. I'm speculating. Okay. I mean, I had 46 seconds here. Yeah, so we're just losing. I think it's win. Oh, I thought this is what caused him the problem. This is, white was still winning here. So where was his mistake? It was this. So he needed to, I guess he had multiple moves. King e3. I thought this would have been fine for us, but he has g4. Oh, and his king's in the square, and I'm too slow. Okay. Yeah, so the king helped stop this pawn, I think. So this is a move that screwed him, and I create this middle pass, this middle outside pass pawn, if you will, the only winning move. Okay. I think I might end it there because my, I don't know, I'm feeling a bit tired. It's actually about a 3-hour stream. So yeah. So did I even gain any rating during this session? Let's take a look. 10 points. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. It's a grind though. So the past 3 days I finished in the green each time, but maybe it's so hard to gain rating now. I don't know. But I did get 39 points back in the past 3 days. It's something. It's a start. Can you believe that I got as low as 2017 4 days ago? I was really feeling bad. Well, and I still feel bad. It feels embarrassing to be below 2100, but at least we got 3 days in the green. So 2056. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching and thanks for stopping by. If you're new to my stream, feel free to subscribe. It helps me out as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you in about 21 hours from now.